Breaking news right now. We want to get right back out to Avon Lake where an implosion is minutes away at the power plant.
We're going to take a live look right now. Our crews are being kept back a bit for obvious safety reasons. So let's talk to David Greenberg. What are you hearing?
Yeah, good morning, Dave, Danita. Once again, we've just heard a couple of horns, I would say, within the last 2 minutes. It sounded like fire truck horns. Not exactly sure what kind of warning that means, if it's a 5-minute horn, if it's a 30-second horn. But we're just going to continue to stay here on a live coverage picture. I want to show you what it looks like up in the sky. This is, you see the red lights of the smokestacks right now. The sun is starting to kind of come up just a little bit. And if you want to sort of look at where that building is, or those two buildings that'll get imploded, and you just see,
We got it.
and you just heard that loud and clear. And you just saw that live right there on your picture.
Okay.
The building is now imploded there. And you're seeing a bit of that dust kind of come down. It is a little bit dark, but you're seeing a little bit of that dust that was a lot of people were concerned about, some of the hazardous materials and the hazardous chemicals that it could have been blown up into the sky. Seeing a little bit of that. Yep, now you're zooming in a little bit more, and we're seeing some more of that dust kind of being pushed out over the lake. And again, I would say the winds are coming out of the north, and so they're kind of pushing them back. It's gonna be out of the south, so they're kind of pushing them back out towards the lake. But yeah, again, we just saw that explosion live right here, and we're still, waiting now for the latest on when the roads are going to be back opened up. And as we take a look again at this live
Matt,
picture.
Can you hear me, Matt? I mean, David, sorry, I'm looking at Matt. David, can you hear me?
Yes,
so,
I apologize. Yes, I can hear you.
With that implosion, we're looking at a zoomed-in picture of it. Can you see any smoke? Do you smell anything?
At this current point in time, I don't smell anything. It's very hard to see kind of from where we're at, the smoke. I am looking at it on the monitor, I will say that. However, I am actually, just out of an abundance of caution, I am going to put on a mask here just because, you never know what could be in the air. Obviously, the crews did their best job to try and mitigate as much safety risk as possible. And that was a big talking point over the last 48 hours. Of course, the city council had pushed to try and get this postponed for as long as possible, but it's a little bit too late, right now, as you just saw that implosion live on your screens.
Yeah, David, amazing video there. We knew it was coming, but still, what was the feeling like being there live when we saw what it was like on television, but being there live when it happened, and also the reaction of the people around you?
Yeah, it was honestly, I think everybody was kind of taken aback. It was a very, very loud and powerful explosion. It kind of jump scared me for a little bit. I know a lot of people that were out here as well. They had their phones out. They were recording everything. But yeah, you saw that live picture. You saw the explosion. You heard that very loud boom. It really shook me to my core, if I'm being completely honest with you. And again, now starting to see more of that smoke being pushed out over the lake.
Yeah, no question. It shook us here,
Yeah,
Danita.
it definitely shook us as we were watching it live. All right, David, great job bringing us this breaking news. Implosion has happened at the Avon Lake power plant this morning, and wow, what a sight. And the wind, he mentioned the wind as blowing out over the lake. And Matt, you were mentioning something about the wind being a factor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the wind, boy, they timed it perfectly because that wind is blowing, as I mentioned, out over the lake. We'll zoom into Avon Lake right now, and you can see that wind is coming from the west-southwest. So here's where the implosion was. That smoke is going to carry out over the lake, hopefully dissipating before it gets out towards downtown. I would imagine it would do so.